Hi everyone and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 10. I'm here and Ian is here.
No, I'm not.
Okay, Ian's hiding. Helpful. So today's episode is going to be a review or discussion about the recent 72-hour plus live Lego community live stream on YouTube.
So not 72 plus hours.
72 plus hour Lego community live stream on YouTube. Happy?
Yeah, much happier now.
Okay. I think it's just semantics, right?
Yeah.
It was 82 hours. Right? Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah. It was extreme is what it was. So we took part in that. In case you missed our slot, you can go and watch it on YouTube. It was a fun one, I thought. We had fun.
It was complete chaos.
It wasn't complete chaos. It was organised chaos. We had a very clear schedule. We knew what we were meant to be doing. We didn't necessarily do all of the things we were meant to be doing. But we had fun.
Yeah.
I think everyone else seemed to have fun. We played some games. We made some silly videos. It was generally just like a variety show, wasn't it?
It was a breakfast show.
It was a breakfast show, yeah. That was the point.
What we went with.
Because we had the breakfast our time slot. But not in the US, which is where it was mainly being seen from, I felt.
Yeah, well, I feel that the majority of Lego YouTubers are American.
Yeah.
Or at least kind of within the communities we mix in. Because I know there's a huge amount of German Lego fans.
Yeah, but I'm guessing there's a language barrier there.
Yeah, but I think mainly from the kind of more streaming side of it, it's heavily skewed towards the US.
There's quite a few in the UK now, though.
Yeah.
Although quite a lot of them seem to be disappearing with the lack of lockdown at the moment. The fact that people can go out and do things means there's less streaming. There's quite a big contingent in Australia.
And New Zealand.
And New Zealand, yes.
Yes.
I wanted to think of a collective term for those, but Australasia. Is that correct?
I think New Zealand counted as being part
I
of
thought
Australasia.
It was. But yeah, from over there. From down under.
Yeah.
So I thought it was fun. Our slot was particularly fun.
Yeah.
It was long. I don't know how anyone is meant to watch all 82 hours.
I don't think anyone is meant to watch.
So why not do a week of 8-hour shows?
I think because it means that you, no matter what time zone you're in, you can just turn on and it's there.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know, if it is going to be a specific time that works well in the US, it might not work well in the UK or in Australia, you know. So this way it's kind of fairer.
But does it not mean that you get all the people who are doing the UK streams streaming for the UK-centric hours and all the US ones, and you're still not mixing very much?
I don't know, because there was a lot of mixing.
There was, yeah.
I mean, so we followed on from Mayo, didn't we? Who is Australian.
Yeah.
And because it's over the week, particularly the Saturday and Sunday, so Friday, less so, but Saturday and Sunday, you know, the Americans can be doing it their morning time, which is then our evening time. So there's a lot more movement around there.
On the Friday, it's obviously some people at work, so it doesn't work so well. But the one thing that I think you mentioned is how YouTube doesn't really facilitate these kind of streams.
Yeah, it was really awkward going from one stream to another at times. So, like, I can't remember which way around it was. Was I in Miss Brix's stream?
Yeah.
And then went to find the next one by following the link in her description, which took you to the box note. It wasn't a box note, it was a Google Live document, wasn't it? Sorry. And from there, I then clicked on the link for the next person. But that then opened in a browser within YouTube.
Yeah, so
which didn't support live chat. So I was getting really confused as to what was going on.
And then there was the time where I tried to follow a link, but the link was wrong, I think, or like just something had gone wrong. And so I went to what I thought was the right channel, but the person was actually dual hosting on 2 different channels, and all the people who were watching it were in one, and I was in the other, so I could not see anyone else talking. And like that's half the fun of these YouTube streams, is that it's not just the content that the streamer is providing, but it's the chat. And if there's no chat,
Yeah.
You don't really want to hang out there. So yeah, there was a lot of chat. I just couldn't see any of it.
Yeah.
And it was really frustrating.
So I don't know so obviously if you did it on Twitch, then you'd have so much more passing from one to the other directly as just doing a raid on the other one. So the viewer wouldn't have to worry.
Yeah,
You're
and
just
that would have been
logged
so
in,
much
you're
better.
watching and the whole thing's going.
Yeah.
I don't know whether YouTube are going... They have been slowly pulling in more stuff into their live streams. So it's possible that they might add that.
But, I mean, is that concept copyrighted by Twitch? Can they actually do it? Or is that not Twitch's USP kind of thing?
It is... I can't see how that would be counted as something that Twitch could possibly patent.
Yeah.
The passing the audience from one thing to another. I mean, TV shows have been doing that forever, haven't they?
In what way? Like, because it's on the
you'll
same
have
channel.
news and they'll pass from one segment to another. That's essentially the same thing. You're going from something in the studio to a reporter on the street. How's that any different from going from one Twitch channel to another Twitch channel?
Yeah, I guess so. So there's nothing novel. It's not.
We could try and argue it, and then it comes down to lawyers, as most of this patent stuff does.
Yeah, but I found a lot of streams were just building Lego kind of streams, so they were hard to watch. And a lot, if you didn't already know the people, there wasn't enough general chat to sort of hook you in. It was very much, if you don't know us already, you're not really very welcome here.
It's a bunch of friends having a chat and you're watching, and if you know someone in that group or you know that group, then it's great. If you don't, you just feel completely out of the whole conversation, really.
Yeah.
So I found that a couple of times, particularly when it was, late at night and it was people over in the US. Because, and then they're talking about things that are slightly less relatable anyway, because it's American stuff that they're talking about.
So you've got several layers of sort of disconnect between the two of you, or group of you. Yeah.
But I think there were some really good ones out there. I mean, maybe slightly biased, but so I think ours was good. But, we're going to say that. But, Solo's was good. I know it's not new for him.
Solo Brick Builder.
It's not something that he did that was new. He's done that idea before.
Yeah, but no one else was doing it, and it was a fun idea. So he did the Are You Mocking Me? So you all buy the same set. You have a set of rules that you have to adhere to, and then you have to make something based on that set.
Yeah.
That seemed quite an interesting concept.
Yeah. Sai had quite a good one, his second slot.
Yeah.
Where he was introducing new people. I thought that was quite a nice idea.
And his first slot was good too, because it was essentially a live Q&A, and it gets the chat involved, and that's really what you want from these streams, especially when people are struggling to stay awake. You want a lot more involvement and engagement, because it keeps everyone kind of paying attention, kind of thing.
I mean, I've just seen Doc Sampson's review of one which was Lego Maniac.
I think that's the name.
Doing a stream where it was him playing the new Lego game.
Oh yes, I did see that one was advertised, but I didn't catch it.
And so that was just something different.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think as a gaming stream it's something that I'd particularly want to watch. But it breaks up
exactly.
all the builds.
82 hours of exactly the same content is not worth watching.
Yeah.
You'll just watch the one that has the people you know in.
Yeah.
If it's different, if people switch things up, so like one of the first streams used Jackbox TV, or Jackbox Games, and that was fun.
Yes. We enjoyed that, and we didn't know
the people,
anyone in that at all, did we?
Yeah, we got stuck in and joined in and made the best of it. And a couple of streams utilised Kahoot. Some didn't go so well. Not really their fault.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of our biggest sort of happy moments when we sort of saw that go wrong for everyone, that we hadn't gone the Kahoot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
Method.
It was
like,
a
relief. That's the word.
that we hadn't gone down that route. Yeah.
I think adding more variables into something like a live stream is always worrying. So, yes.
And I think so that was Emma Source's Kahoot thing. She had a lot of people watching, and unfortunately, it turns out that not everyone was watching because they liked her.
Yeah.
And so they were using just trying to get into Kahoot, spamming it with users, using really awful names and stuff. And I think that's a real shame, and it's something that Kahoot should sort out.
Yeah, because she spent a long time on that trivia, and we didn't essentially get to do it. I mean, I was winning before it all went horribly wrong, which is a shame because I wonder if I would have won more.
Yeah,
I was almost winning. I think I was second.
It also means that her section isn't currently available to watch, which I think is a shame. Hopefully, she can edit it, because obviously some of the words used you wouldn't want in a live stream, but you can go in and blur that kind of stuff out, or maybe she can cut out sections of it. I think getting rid of it completely, never putting it out there, almost means that person won.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you've got to...
I think there were some really good moments in that, because you had the audience coming together and showing a lot of support. You know, she was obviously flustered by it and upset by it, but she got through it. And so I think there's a lot of positives in there. And so having that for people to watch, I think would be a good thing still. And
that is actually one of the nicest things about the Lego community, and in fact any community on YouTube, is that they do become a community, right? We were all there to support everyone else. We were all there to find someone new to support, and we were, or I say all, obviously there was the one individual that wasn't, but we were all out just to have a good time.
Yeah.
And shared interest, but also bringing other things that we care about. So I definitely remember in Doc's review him talking, this isn't Lego, why are you talking about this? But talking about barbecues and things. But actually that's kind of makes it more interesting and bringing a little bit from everything. And I really enjoyed seeing like all the kids on the things, because it, as a streamer ourselves, when we like struggle with the kids running around or like worrying about the kids being on the stream, it's nice to see that people just embrace it. We all know that they're there, and that there's sometimes little demons that you can't avoid, and actually they're all really cute. So there was several little kids on the streams, and I thought it was quite nice.
Some of them, they had larger kids on.
Did they? I didn't see them.
I'm trying to think who it was, but their son was in kind of the background. At one point he farted. That was quite funny.
I did not see that.
I'll have to try and remember which one that was. Yeah. But
and this is the thing, I feel like I've missed out on some of the streams.
Yeah, so I feel that
it's a lot of a time investment. We were still trying to get our stuff ready as well. I'd say we should go for an earlier slot, but actually we needed that time to get it ready.
Yeah.
We will not sign up to another big stream unless we have the time available. She says.
Say that, but we've signed up to another one.
We have just signed up to another one, and that's an interesting thing, is that do we think that having a live stream straight away is too soon? Like another big community live stream?
Well, so
takes
this one
away
is being set up by Lego Madness, who is a TFOL. It's at the end of the summer holidays, so it's probably a sensible time for him to do it. It's before he's going back to school, or at least it might have gone back to school before. Who knows what the dates are? No,
I think schools go back probably on the 6th.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to spend time working on it leading up to it. Any other time of the year, that would be more of a challenge.
Yeah, and I think it's really lovely to see someone like want to take on that organising role, because it can't be easy to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I've organised things, I know, and the stress of it is not overly fun. It is nice that it's UK time, so we can get our normal slot and everything is fine. And I think for us, though, we've set the bar high with this one. What do we do for that one?
Yeah.
Do you, as a streamer, do you have to constantly
I don't think we can.
No, I don't think we can. But are people always expecting something more or something better? Or are you okay to just do the same and become known as this is what you do in the stream and we really enjoy that from you?
Maybe. I mean, if you look at London Bridge Bricks, what he did wasn't actually all that different to what he would normally do.
Yeah.
There was
he added the quiz
element. There was the quiz element to it. But it was him leading a group of people, having a good chat. He does the direction really well, and so his general stream is interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't think him doing what he normally does is particularly a bad thing.
No.
That's what he's known for. You wouldn't want... If he did come out and did something completely different, then I think it would almost be more odd.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he kind of does a show element to it. He's always... I mean, less so these days, but he always used to have little segments for people on his show, and he'd have regular panellists, and then it's become a lot more about new panellists now, which I think is actually quite nice. So bringing new people that they've found into the community. And that does seem to be a really nice thing about the community is we'll find something on new, and it's like, come on in.
Yeah.
Come and join us.
Yeah, and there've been so many new ones. So you had Falling with Bricks.
Yeah.
He launched his first video in the middle of the community stream.
Yeah, and he was he on 2? I think I saw him on at least 2 streams.
Yeah, no, he was in Size 1, which we joined.
Yeah.
And he was in London Calling.
Well, it wasn't called London Calling, but yeah, great stream.
You've got Monarcha's got a channel. He's not yet put a video out.
Yeah.
Captain Zan. So she has just released her first video. So both of them were involved on other streams. You had Craigster well. So there was a lot of new, so a lot of new people coming in and being introduced, which I think is a really good thing.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we did it wrong that we started our channel and at the same time as we started getting involved in the community.
Well, I don't think we did. We started our channel before getting involved in the community because we started it almost a year ago.
Yeah.
But it was only the start of this year that we really got involved in the live streams.
We were watching a lot of videos.
Yeah.
But the live streaming, we picked up a bit later, and therefore we didn't know people when we started our channel. So our channel start was essentially like family and friends, and just looking for people with an interest. Whereas they are jumping straight into a group of people they already know, which is really I think that would cushion you really nicely and make you feel a lot more loved, supported.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gives you that opportunity to grow and get advice from people you already trust, kind of thing.
Yeah. You also kind of know that if they do a live stream, they're going to have audience members there who are going to take part in the chat. So they're not going to just be...
And when you're doing a live stream, that's the hardest thing, is if there's no one to talk to, feeling like you need to talk, but having no one to talk to.
Yeah.
I think that's why we've always streamed together, because we can just chat to each other. And I think if you go back and watch some of our earlier live streams, you'll hear us just chatting about our kids.
Yep.
Because there was no one else there, and we hadn't seen each other all day, so we may as well do it. Part of me feels like, that's a bit of a weird thing to watch back, but,
That's okay. I don't think people really go back and watch past live streams all that much.
No, unless they're special. Yeah. And that's fine. You can do that. Please do that. Gets us lots of watch hours. That's fine. So, is it worth doing the 72-hour live streams? Are they more hassle than they're worth?
From taking part, I think it's a really good thing. I think they're worth doing. I think we put a lot of stress on ourselves by going away on holiday the week before and not having everything sorted out in time.
Yeah.
But, that was our own fault.
It was.
It is interesting that a lot of the big people in the community didn't take part.
Yeah, there's quite a few names that maybe they just didn't know about it. Maybe they're not in the community as much. There's segments of the community that hang out together, like little cliques, and they're just not in this one.
Maybe.
I don't know. There was definitely a lot of people that I didn't know, so clearly it was more than just our bit.
Yeah.
We hang out with coming together. It was
yes.
wider than that, but maybe it wasn't as wide.
But
as
I would
possible.
say, I don't know whether this is true. Most of the people, if you looked at them, they had under 1,000 subscribers, I would say, was average. There were a few where you've gone over 1,000. You know, you had a couple of really big ones. But, you know, the likes of Potter Minifig Pals, Ash and Flash, Just Too Good, those people who are really big didn't take part in it. And, you know, maybe that's a good thing, though, because it doesn't then overshadow all the smaller ones.
Is that not what it was the point of it, to like allow the smaller channels to get some airtime?
Yeah. And
there was some bigger stars sort of in the chat a lot. So like Brixar was there.
Yeah.
He was in. I did see him on. He was on Si's stream, wasn't he?
He was in a couple of streams, but yeah.
And like Brick Hive, did he do his own stream, or was he just in other people's?
No, I definitely saw him in others.
Yeah. So that's the thing, that you get the people come in, they just don't take that slot because they don't need to.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the thing. This is to get other people out there, and I think that's why we immediately signed up, because we know that we stream and we're quite funny, and we just don't. Yeah, you are hilarious, but people don't know that, and so we wanted people to see us, just to sort of get a bit more people in the chat, because we love chatting to people.
You do.
Yes, I love chatting to people, and you tolerate it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so Lego Madness's 50+ hour live stream is on the 3rd, 4th and 5th of September. Mark it in your calendars now. We will be doing our normal 8:30 or 8 o'clock slot, even, because we can't do the half-hour slots.
Yep, okay.
And it will also be our birthday stream, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, we thought that it was really good. I think the more people that take part, the better. I think anyone taking part for too long kind of reduces the amount of people who can get involved. So you get like the 8-hour slot people, they're not so good.
Yeah.
But then someone's got to do those graveyard shifts, apparently. But that's kind of the point of having the different time zones.
Yes.
So, but yeah, go and check it out now. If you caught any of the live stream and have any comments on it, let us know in the comments below on YouTube, or catch us on Instagram. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, or subscribe wherever else you are. And we will be back next week. See you later.
Bye.